Where legends breathe again. Eldmyth. Legends speak of the Kitsune, the mystical fox spirits of Japan, known for their cunning, magical powers, and shape-shifting abilities. But what secrets lie behind their mischievous smiles, and how have these fox spirits influenced centuries of folklore and culture? In the hushed twilight spaces of the world, where the veil between the mundane and the magical grows thin, there exist whispers. They do not speak of gods or demons, but of something far more intriguing, a creature of profound intelligence, captivating beauty and beguiling mischief. In the ancient forests and mist-shrouded villages of Japan, they speak of the Kitsune, a name that evokes the rustle of auburn fur in the undergrowth, the glint of a knowing eye in the moonlight, and the echo of a laugh that is not quite human. This is not merely a beast of folklore. It is a living concept, an embodiment of the wild, untamed spirit of nature itself, and a mirror reflecting the deepest fears and desires of the human heart. To understand the Kitsune is to embark on a journey into a world where every shadow might hold a secret, and every stranger might be more than they appear. It is a world where reality is fluid, and a single, flickering tale can rewrite the very rules of existence. The origins of the Kitsune are as elusive as the creature itself, woven into the very fabric of Japan's spiritual history. They are intrinsically linked to Inari, the Shinto deity of rice, fertility, and industry, whose messengers and guardians they are said to be. These celestial Kitsune, the Tenko, are beings of pure power and benevolence, often depicted in statuary guarding the torii gates of thousands of shrines dedicated to their divine master. Their white fur symbolizes purity, and their presence is a blessing, a direct line to the celestial will. Yet, alongside this divine lineage exists another, older strand of belief. This one speaks of wild Kitsune, the Najitsune, who are not bound to any god. These are the foxes of the fields and forests, creatures who gain power and wisdom simply through the act of living, of observing the world for a century, then another, and another. With each passing decade, their magical prowess grows, and with it, a distinctive physical marker, a new tail. A Kitsune may grow up to 9 tails, and with each addition, its power, knowledge, and cunning increase exponentially, until a 9-tailed fox, a Kyubi no Kitsune, is a force of nature akin to a demigod, its wisdom encompassing all of history. The physical form of the Kitsune is a masterpiece of natural elegance, refined by magic. In its true vulpine form, it is often larger and more graceful than any ordinary fox, with a coat of brilliant red-orange, silver, or, in the case of the celestial messengers, pure, unblemished white. Its eyes are its most arresting feature, almond-shaped, intelligent, and holding a light that speaks of centuries of accumulated knowledge. They can gleam with playful mischief or flash with fearsome power. But the true measure of its age and might is its tails. They are not mere appendages. They are instruments of magic, often depicted glowing with a soft, internal luminescence. When the Kitsune moves, its multiple tails flow behind it like a living cape of flame or a cascade of shimmering silk, each one capable of weaving illusions, conjuring fire, or bending the elements to its will. The sight of a multi-tailed fox moving silently through a moonlit forest is one of unparalleled, eerie beauty. The most famous and most feared ability of the Kitsune is its power of shapeshifting, or Kitsunetsuki. This is not a simple disguise, but a profound transformation that requires great magical energy and intricate ritual. Folklore often describes the fox placing a reed, a leaf, or a human skull upon its head to focus its power before assuming a new form. The most common transformation is into a human, typically a beautiful woman or a wise old man. The motivations for this are as varied as the Kitsune themselves. A Najitsune might take human form to play tricks on arrogant priests, to steal food, or to satisfy a deep, lonely curiosity about human life and love. Their illusions are so perfect, so meticulously crafted, that they can live for years within a community, marrying, having children, all without raising suspicion. Yet there is always a flaw, a telltale sign of their true nature. A shadow might cast the silhouette of a fox. A reflection in water might show their vulpine features. Or, in moments of extreme emotion, distraction, or deep sleep, a tail might accidentally slip from beneath their kimono. Not all encounters with shape-shifted kitsune are born of mischief. Some are tales of profound and often tragic love. Countless folktales tell of a young man who meets a woman of stunning beauty and mysterious background, marrying her and finding great prosperity. She is the perfect wife, bringing him good fortune. For years, they live in happiness and she bears him children. But the truth cannot stay hidden forever. The husband inevitably discovers her true nature, perhaps by seeing her transform, or by finding her fox skin, which she must hide to maintain her human form. The discovery always shatters the illusion. In some stories, she is heartbroken that her secret is revealed and must flee back to the wilds, her fox tears falling like diamonds as she vanishes into the mist. In others, the husband, in his fear or rejection, burns or hides her fox skin, trapping her in her human form, an act that often leads to a different, more subdued kind of sorrow. These stories speak to a deep cultural anxiety about the other, but also to a poignant longing for a connection with the wild, magical heart of the world. The relationship between humans and kitsune is a complex tapestry woven from reverence, fear, and a desire for control. At Inari shrines, devotees leave offerings of fried tofu, a delicacy believed to be irresistible to foxes, in hopes of gaining the deity's favor for a bountiful harvest or business success. The kitsune are seen as protective, if demanding, neighbors. However, the wild Najitsune inspired a deep-seated dread, leading to a rich folklore of protective rituals and taboos. People were cautioned against speaking ill of foxes, for they were always listening. Whistling at night was discouraged, as it was said to attract them. To ward off a kitsune's mischief, one might scatter holly or mustard seeds around their property, believing the obsessive creature would be compelled to count every single seed, distracted from its pranks until the sun rose. This blend of devotion and caution illustrates the human understanding of the kitsune's dual nature, a being that could be a benevolent guardian or a chaotic trickster, depending on its whims and the respect it was afforded. One of the most enduring and terrifying legends is that of the Kitsune Tsuki, or fox possession. Unlike the shape-shifting kitsune who walks among humans, this phenomenon describes a fox spirit invading and controlling a human body. The victim, often a young woman, would begin to act strangely, speaking in tongues, craving foods they normally disliked, especially rice and red beans, and displaying knowledge of events they could not possibly know. Their face was said to take on a fox-like appearance. The family would call upon a priest or an exorcist to drive the spirit out, a dramatic and violent process involving prayers, spells, and sometimes smoke, as the fox was believed to flee through the victim's nostrils. These tales of possession were often explanations for mental illness, epilepsy, or social transgression, a way for a community to rationalize and contain behaviors that lay outside its strict norms. Beyond the tales of trickery and possession lie grander myths, stories where the kitsune acts as a guardian, a teacher, or a force of karmic justice. There are legends of samurai who were saved in battle by the sudden appearance of a white fox that misled their enemies. Stories tell of kitsune gifting magical jewels or scrolls of immense knowledge to worthy, humble individuals. In one famous cycle of tales, the nine-tailed kitsune Tamamonomi is a court lady of unparalleled beauty and intelligence who serves the emperor. She is revealed to be a malevolent fox spirit whose true goal is to drain the emperor's life force, and only a powerful archer can end her reign of terror, forcing her to flee and eventually be slain, her spirit transforming into a cursed stone. This story showcases the ultimate fear of the kitsune, not a simple prankster, but a being of such power and cunning that it could threaten the very stability of the nation. The kitsune is also a potent symbol, its meaning shifting with the context. As a messenger of Inari, it represents prosperity and fertility. Its intelligence and cunning make it a symbol of wit and strategy. Its long life connects it to longevity and wisdom. Yet, its trickster nature embodies chaos, the unpredictable forces that disrupt the best-laid plans. Its ability to shapeshift speaks to the nature of illusion itself. Kitsune, or fox fire, the mysterious lights seen in swamps and forests, were said to be illusions cast by foxes to lead travelers astray. The kitsune, therefore, is a living paradox, a creature that can bring both ruin and riches, that can embody both sacred purity and wild deception, teaching humanity that the world is not black and white, but a spectrum of shifting grays and magical possibilities. The legacy of the kitsune has not faded with the modern era. It has evolved and adapted. It remains a staple of Japanese popular culture, appearing in countless anime, manga, and video games. Here, the ancient archetypes are explored with new depth, the kitsune as a powerful ally, a tragic hero, or a relatable character grappling with its own nature between two worlds. From the powerful tailed beasts of Naruto to the charming familiar in Inuyasha and the romantic interests in various stories, the kitsune continues to captivate the global imagination. This modern reinterpretation ensures that the essence of the kitsune, its intelligence, its power, its mystery, continues to resonate, proving that these ancient creatures speak to something timeless within us. As we draw the curtain on the world of the kitsune, we are left not with a simple definition, but with a feeling. It is the feeling of a presence just beyond the edge of sight, a whisper in the rustling leaves, a glimpse of russet fur in a sun-dappled forest. The kitsune endures because it is more than a myth. It is an embodiment of the unknown, a celebration of the wild intelligence of nature, and a reminder that reality is far more fluid and magical than we often dare to believe. It represents the chaos that keeps life from becoming stagnant, the wisdom that comes with age, and the poignant beauty of things that cannot be fully possessed or understood. The foxes may still play in the fields near the old shrines, and who is to say that the elegant stranger you pass on a misty evening is merely a human? The stories persist because the possibility persists. The kitsune remains, watching, waiting, and weaving its illusions in the eternal twilight between our world and the other. Another legend fades, but the next awaits. Like this video, subscribe and continue the journey through myths.